Hello friends, in today's session for Fundamental of Management, we are going to talk about leadership. I'm Professor Asisani from IMS Ghaziabad University Courses campus. So let's discuss leadership, its meaning and definition. Leadership is the quality of behavior of a person where he's able to persuade others to see group goals enthusiastically. It is the influence relationship in which one person influences It is influence relationship in which the one person, that is the leader, influences the behaviors of others, that is the led or the followers, in a given situation to work together on related tasks to attain what the former desires. Leadership is that part of a manager's job by which he influences the behavior of his subordinates towards the desired goal. Thus, we can say the leadership is the process of influencing the behavior and the work of others through group efforts towards the realization of specified goals in a situation. In other words, leadership is a function of three factors: the leader, the led, which is the follower, and the situation. Moving ahead, let's discuss the characteristics and the nature of leadership. Leadership is the personal quality of a manager. It is the personal ability, tactfulness, and the competency of the leader who leads, directs, coordinates, and channelizes the group efforts towards desired goal of the business. To some extent, it is the inherent quality, but it can be developed also. Secondly, leadership is the process of influence. The basic purpose of leadership is to influence the behavior of the followers. It involves interaction between the leader and the followers. Third is leadership is goal-oriented. It implies attainment of common goals in the interest of individuals as well as group as a whole. Lastly, leadership is related to a particular situation. When we talk about leadership, it is always related to a particular situation at a given point of time and under a specific set of circumstances. Next, we'll be discussing the functions of leadership. The first function of leadership is goal setting. A leader provides guidance to the group by setting and explaining goals to his subordinates. He acts as a guide of his followers by setting the main goals of the group. Secondly, the function is of organizing. The leader creates and molds the organization by assigning roles appropriate to individual abilities. He shapes the character of the group, shows the way, and leads it towards the goal. Third is motivation. A leader creates and sustains enthusiasm among the followers. He inspires them to perform the allotted tasks with confidence and zeal. He establishes a motivational system and enables people to meet both organizational and personal goals. Next is of coordination. A leader reconciles individual and common objectives. He involves internal conflicts and creates a community of interest in the group. His main task is to develop voluntary cooperation and to foster mutual understanding and teamwork. Next is representation. A leader represents the group to his superiors and peers. An effective leader is the guardian of interest of subordinates. He also defends the integrity of the group by reconciling different viewpoints of the group members. And the last is control. The leader maintains order and discipline and creates positive response on the part of members of the group. Control also involves management of internal conflict. In other words, like Drucker has said, the first test of a leader's competency is the ability to keep people working with minimum of disruption and maximum of effectiveness. So this was all about the functions of leadership. Going ahead, we'll be discussing the difference between a good manager and a good leader. Though these words are interchangeably used, but there is a thin line of difference between both the concepts. So let's discuss the difference between manager and leader. The first basis on which we'll be differentiating both the terminologies is the scope. First is management. Management is responsible for planning, organizing, processing, resulting, staffing, directing, and controlling process as they relate to the total organization. Whereas influencing groups resulting in establishment of goals that will contribute to a high level of goal attainment and satisfaction. Leading is a part of management. The second point of difference is interest. Management focuses on promoting the interest of the entire organization by balancing interest of various groups, whereas leader clarifies and influences the roles and task performances of individuals to maximize their personal rewards and simultaneously contribute to the organizational goals. The third is authority. Management directs the employees through formal authority, whereas leader exercises his influence through informal authority. Fourth is management structure. Management has Fourth is structure. Management has formal structure. Its functions only in the organized groups, whereas leaders may be both formal and informal. They function in both organized and unorganized groups. Next is relationship. There is a formal relationship between a manager and the subordinates, whereas there is an informal relationship between the leader and the followers. Next point of difference is stability. Management is generally stable, whereas leadership may not be stable. Last is dominance. All the managers are leaders. They enjoy dominating positions, whereas all leaders are not managers. So this was all about the difference between a leader and a manager. That's all for today's session. Thank you.